So far we talked about what is project controls, its definition and so on. In this section, let's talk about what are the skill set required for you to be a successful project controls professional and how to achieve or build such skill sets. However, before we get into the session, let's quickly talk about, uh, you know, let's quickly touch some of the important element of professional development. This is understanding the terms knowledge, skills and competencies and differences between them. First, let's talk about knowledge. Knowledge is something that relates to what you learn. You can learn something by reading a book. For example, you can learn earned value management formulas, SPI, CPI structure by reading a book on earned value management or by attending a learning session on earned value management. Second skill is something which relates to your ability to apply knowledge to a specific situation. That is a skill. Skills are developed through practice. When you do some earned value tutorial or solve some earned value problem, then you are developing earned value management skills. Now let me ask question to you all. Is it just skill and knowledge enough for you to be successful in your career? The answer to this question is no. In order to be successful in job, you need to implement your skills and knowledge to benefit the project or to the benefit of the employer. And this is where term competency comes into the picture. Competency is a broader concept. This combines skills, knowledge, and behavior. While competency may include a specific set of skills, they are more than just skill alone. For now, you may take note of these three terms: knowledge, skills, and competencies. We will again come back to those concepts and emphasize upon how this concept can be helpful to improve upon your project controls career or even any career, even project management or senior management career as well. Now, let's get back to the project controls skill sets. On the screen, we have project controls skill set. First is scheduling techniques. Second is cost estimation and budgeting. Now let's get to the third skill, that is integrating schedule and budget. The fourth skill is calculating and analyzing progress. Fifth skill is analyzing and reporting variances in schedule and cost. If you can relate these things in our earlier discussion, which we talked about the sub processes, they relate to those. So those were the sub processes we talked about, project controls and element of the project controls, and these are the skill sets you got to have. Recognizing trends and forecasting performance, right? So these are, and then if we talk about the skills up to here, let me highlight that the skill integrating schedule and budget, calculating and analyzing progress, analyzing and reporting variances in schedule and cost, and recognizing trends and forecasting performance, they are all related to something called what? Earned value management, right? Then we have resource management and productivity here, right? Then we have risk management. Then we have acceleration and schedule compression, and something additional thing which is delay analysis and claim management. So if you want to be a successful project controls professional, you got to have good understanding on each of these skills. You got to acquire these skills in great details and be competent enough to implement it in a project setting, right? So due to now, we cannot go into each and every skill in detail in this 1 hour session. However, these are the skills that you should take note of, and you should start working for how to improve upon. And let's get into the question of how you can learn those skills. And at last skill, which was I intensely put at last, is project reporting, right? So everywhere you have to report the project status, project progress. That is one of the important skill sets. Now the question arises, how to gain mastery on project control skill? If you ponder upon the question how to get mastery of project control skill, there is no straight answer to that. Majority of project control skills, which I have highlighted a moment before, are covered. Some of them are covered in master level construction project management courses throughout the world. However, there are a lot of skills which cannot be taught in classroom setting. For example, report writing, complex data analysis, and claim management, etc. So, how you are going to learn those skills? Answer to this question is not very straightforward, but on-job training is one of the important way you can learn such a skill. Other way to learn this skill is getting engaged with professional bodies like AAC International, Project Management Institute, etc. Doing right certification related to your project controls domain can also be helpful. The best recommended approach for you to follow would be to find the right mentor who can guide you on gaining such skills. So far we understood the skills that are required for you to be a successful project controls professional, right? Are such skills enough for your project controls career success? Do we need to learn something more? Right? The question is to you. So you know delay analysis, you know reporting, you know earned value management, you know scheduling, right? You know budgeting. Is this enough for you to be a successful project controls professional? Of course, there is something more than that, more than all those skills, and these are called soft skills. Sometimes they are also referred to as power skills or leadership skills. Now let me quickly connect to our discussion we had moment before that we talked about skills, knowledge, and competencies. Soft skill, power skills, or leadership skills are abilities which help you to implement your project controls skill and knowledge to benefit the organization and convert your skills and knowledge into competency. In other words, with the help of soft skill, you can become a competent person to produce result by using your project controls skills and knowledge. Let me take a simple example to give emphasis on how important the soft skills are. Say you have joined the organization as a young project controls engineer, and your manager asks you to calculate cost and schedule performance indices for the month right? In order for you to do the task, you need to get the progress data from site. In order to get progress data from site, you have to communicate through an email to your construction manager. Then you have to build a good rapport with him so that he provides accurate data. Then you have to need to persuade and follow him in order to get that data on time. All such skills of communication, persuasion, rapport building comes under soft skills. While you may be very good at number calculation, you have a very good concepts of earned value management, and you can do this on the click of the hand. However, you will not be able to complete your task until you are good at needed soft skill. So let's quickly jump to soft skill which are required for your project control success. Let's talk about what are those soft skills needed for you to be a successful project controls professional. I have borrowed some recommended power skill or soft skill from Project Management Institute Talent Triangle, which is shown here. This is a good fit for project controls, a soft skill because of the fact that project controls can be treated as a subset of project management. So therefore, going to PMI and getting their power skills for project controls professional is quite a good idea. So what are the soft skills you need to have in order to be successful in your project controls career? Here is a list. And again, as I mentioned, this list is coming from the Project Management Institute Talent Triangle. So let's talk about that: brainstorming, coaching and mentoring, conflict management, emotional intelligence, influencing, personal skill, listening, negotiation, problem solving, and team building. Now, these skills you can relate to the earlier example which I gave of a young professional who has been assigned responsibility to of the earned value management, measuring the earned value management indices. So you will see that there are list of the skill which are required for a project controls professional to have, so that he can utilize his skills and knowledge in a most efficient way in order to serve the project and benefit of his employer.